All right. Hello, hello, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. I am your boy, Rylionn, and joining me tonight is going to be the wonderful play-by-play caster. His name is JRC. Does not have a camera, doesn't need one to know that he is great. JRC, I think you still might be muted at the moment, but how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing really well, actually.
Excellent. Well, I love to hear that you're doing well. I mean, how have you been recently? Have things been on the Rift tonight? Or not tonight, but just recently in general for you?
Honestly, I've I've been doing like a crazy swap to ADC, and then that kind of didn't work out, so I swapped back to support. So I'm kind of everywhere at the moment. But yeah,
Okay.
the roller coaster of League of Legends, the give and take.
Absolutely. I'm on that ADC train as well, but we're going to go ahead and dive into tonight's game. We are at round 5, believe that or not. And this is for Division 1. We have here tonight Rogue Upsets versus Sitting on Wards. We have the top of the leaderboard right now versus the very last place, the huge underdogs, that is Rogue Upsets. But I'm excited for tonight's match. We had a huge upset last week inside VCL. We had the last place actually took over the number 2 spot in the VCL. So that was surprising, and I definitely expect some good things here today. What are you expecting out of tonight's matchup here?
If I'm being honest, I literally didn't get much research into the teams, but I think is it Sitting on Words is one of the teams playing.
Yes, yes,
I remember
absolutely.
subbing for them in some other some other tourneys, so I mean I'm looking forward to seeing them play. And I
Mm,
think I've heard of Rogue Upset's last split. If I
yep.
remember correctly, they also played. So I mean, excited overall.
Absolutely. No, it's going to be an exciting matchup. I mean, it's always an exciting matchup no matter who's going to be playing, but sometimes it's, nice to root for the underdogs, and right now it doesn't get any more underdog than this. And I believe we should be getting the draft here underway. Do you have the spectator link, or do you still need that by any chance? If so, that
I
is
need
the
the spectator.
spectator link there. And I'll go ahead and share my screen for you afterwards, but no worries. Let me get you that real quick, my friend. But yeah, we should be going underneath into draft here. But you said you've been playing ADC recently. Have you seen a lot of Zeri play, or like done a lot of Zeri play at all recently, or how do you feel
I
about
mean,
her?
with most champions, how it is like your team plays Zeri and it's not that great. I mean, I personally haven't tried it, and then when the enemy team plays Zeri, it looks broken AF. Uh,
Yes, yes, you're definitely not wrong at all. I couldn't agree more. Like I said, that the second link I sent you is a spectator, by the way, not the first one.
okay.
And I've do nothing but ban her right now. She is a huge menace on the court. It is definitely not my favorite at all. She is a huge pain in my butt. So I just ban her out until she finally gets the nerfs that she deserves to get. But enough about that. Let's go into tonight's matchup. It's Rogue Upsets versus Sitting on Wards. We have Rogue Upsets starting here on the blue side, and we have Sitting on Wards starting on the red side. For Rogue Upsets, we do have 2 E-subs here tonight, and one member who had to use a different account, but it is still the same number, so don't worry. We have here top side, the Doom Donut. We have Fight Knight in the jungle, who is going to be one of our subs. Toffee in the mid lane, who is the other sub here for Rogue Upsets. Zeri Rework as the ADC, and QZATP, which is Matcha Core, but had to use an alternate account for the time being. And then we have on the other side, starting on red, Sitting on Wards, the number 1 team right now in Division 1. We have Fridge in the top side, Javi in the jungle, 1G Trend Daily in the mid lane, Dank Cheta on ADC, and ADC as support. So I definitely, like you said, you've casted for them a few times, and you've seen what they're about. I mean, it's definitely good, and they have a huge reason to be number 1 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
they have a very strong core, great communication, always have really great synergy in the team comp that they pick as well. So I'm just excited to see what kind of combos they pull out. We saw recently like a lot of Diana Yasuo combos. I mean, like
Ooh.
tons of things. So like, what are you looking forward to? Like, since you know these people.
Okay, so I don't know if they're still running this, and I don't know
Okay.
if Ergaps is in the stream, but I remember like they used to run like globals. They had
Oh
like throw in
yeah.
like Shen, GP, Nocturne. They just throw globals at everything and just play as like a group, like run around the map and terrorize the map as 5. And that was really fun to watch and
Oh,
really a pain to play against.
Absolutely no. I mean, globals is always a huge issue here. TF Nocturne, having the Shen ultimate just on reserve, it's always a problem. But let's go ahead. Draft has begun. I believe that should be up for all of you wonderful folks at home. Yes, it is. Rogue Upsets is going to go ahead and start us off with a Sejuani ban. We've seen a lot of her play. Her ultimate is really, really not forgiving. It's either a direct hit or you're missing. From we saw, last week. We saw a lot of Sejuani play last week as well. So it was just like a matter of like pixels by that one. Let's go ahead here. I forgot as well. Yeah, Rogue Upsets does have to forfeit 2 bans. Hold on one second. I would have to double check something. If we have any mods in the chat. Okay, we'll figure that out. It doesn't matter. But yeah, so the Sejuani is just a fill-in ban. They don't actually have bans here. I apologize. I did forget about that. The 2 E-subs does constitute ban losses as well, so they will be forfeiting some of the first few bans here. So that's going to give a huge advantage to sitting on wards starting off, because a lot of those core champions that they may be comfortable with or that they might have a nice wombo with definitely will not matter here. Now, that I cannot see who they banned out the first time for sitting on wards. It's kind of blank here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is my game glitch, or is my spectator link glitching? Because I don't see a first ban from sitting on wards.
Yeah, I don't see one either.
Interesting.
I'm trying to find out what's going on there. Hold on one second, but we'll go ahead and we'll dive into that in just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't seem like all right, there might be a little bit of a problem. Okay.
Maybe they're on the wrong link, perhaps.
Yep. I'll do that. So hold on. Let me go ahead and remake here. So hold on one moment. Apologies, everybody at home. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties, but don't worry. Happens to the best of us. So let's go ahead. We're going to remake the ban list here. So let's disregard that. And hold on one moment. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so this is the blue link. Red and spectator. And here you go, my friend. Okay, so that's the spectator link. I'll go ahead and get that updated for you folks at home here. But once we get this squared away, we'll definitely be able to go ahead and start moving forward here. And now that we have that all worked out, let's go ahead, open it, and hopefully get draft underway. Who are some of the more powerful picks that you've worked with here moving forward, or that you like to utilize so far in the current meta?
Okay, well, I haven't played the game in like a week or two, really ranked. So I mean, I don't know how much has changed in like one patch. I don't know. I just obviously the enchanters. I'm not sure if they gutted it or not yet, but enchanters still feel really strong from what I can tell. So like abusing those feel really good. Pairing up with the Zeri, high mobility, like Jinx as well. Just those enchanters that really enable these hyper carries to really do a lot of work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead here. I mean, Jinx has definitely been someone that we've seen a lot recently. Ezreal's always kind of been just floating around. He's never a horrible pick as a champion, but we've seen a lot of Zeri if she doesn't get banned out. Then we've seen a lot of Jinx, definitely, and then Caitlyn is also one of those comfortable picks that you could just go ahead and use no matter what. It doesn't really matter the matchup. She has that range. She has that crit. She's always really good when it comes to those types of things. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead here. Hold on, they're just working out. Hold on one moment. There's just a little bit of discussion here just amongst the teams to ensure one thing, and I'm just trying to solve that as well. So I apologize about the slight delay in draft starting. Hold on one moment, just double checking. I cannot find it at the moment. I apologize. But let me go ahead. Actually, let's just go to a quick little break real fast so we can go ahead and just work out the little technical bugs that we have here at the moment. Don't go anywhere, though. We will have Rogue Upsets versus Sitting on Wards here starting in just a few moments, and we'll be right back with you. Don't go anywhere.
Normal hopefully getting back to the lobby eventually.
Okay, my answer about that. Oh crap, my beanie's not on. Sorry about that. Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. Sorry about the little technical difficulties that we had, a little bit of a hiccup, but we have worked everything out, so draft should be starting here within the next couple of moments, and we had a little bit of a change as well to personnel. So as you notice here, the glorious, wonderful, absolutely magnificent Noble is joining us tonight. So he's going to be tonight's color caster, while JRC is going to be going ahead and doing our play-by-play. We worked out a little bit of technical difficulties, and yes, Rogue Upsets will be losing 2 bans here for the 2 E-subs that they have, while sitting on wards is going to be fine, so they'll be skipping that. Draft has started. I'm going to go ahead. I will be the lovely host in the background, so they will take over from here. But you all enjoy. JRC, take over, my friend.
Yeah, as we see, as Rylionn talked about before, the Zeri being a very prominent pick being wait, hold on, I might have wrong link. I think I saw a Zeri ban at one point. Maybe it's not through yet. Hold on. Pardon me.
I think I see the Zeri ban as
Oh.
well here.
Good. Oh yeah, I got the right link. So yeah, there's a Zeri ban, and then as we talked about, Rogue Upsets missing the first 2 bans, so they're just running out the timer on that one.
Yeah. I'm not sure who will be seeing here for the bans to go against Rogue Upsets. I feel like we might see a Cassidon ban, though, on the side of Rogue Upsets towards sitting on wards. I heard that there is a sub on sitting on wards for tonight. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe that is. There's 2. Oh, there's 1 actual sub, and then 1 is on a separate account, so they're still being punished for that, I believe. So yeah, only 1 real sub. So we see the York ban on the side of sitting on words, and the Viego ban as well, and Rogue Upset's banning the Jin. We will look to see if the Cassidon ban does come through eventually, but for now we go to picks. Yeah, I really didn't get much insight into Rogue Upset, so I don't know the history of this team and what they like to pick. Do you have any insight on them?
I do not. I'm going to be honest here. I only know one of the subs. I've seen him play a lot. Very aggressive mid laner. Very good. He can play really well from behind as well as ahead. Snacks, I believe, is the sub. He has a numerous amount of champs. Very strong player. Overall, going to be looking forward to seeing some excellent mid lane plays for sure. So. Looks like we got a lock-in of Jinx and Aphelios so far. So going to be an interesting laning phase for the bot lane, as Jinx is one of the more meta champions right now, and Aphelios is one of the weaker ADCs as of one of the latest patches. So definitely going to be looking out to see maybe some insane Aphelios plays that we don't know about, any secret L9 strategies. So hopefully we get something nice going on here.
I mean, I haven't seen much Aphelios in this league. Maybe it's been played, but in the pro league, they always love playing that Aphelios. They're always throwing, the tried and true champion onto the Rift, and just letting him farm up, and then becoming that late game menace that he is. And we do see the Zinzao hover from the Rogue upset so far. And yeah, Seraphine was locked on sitting on words. I am not 100% sure where that's going just yet. Um, yeah, so Zinzao is locked on the side of Rogue upsets.
I feel like the Seraphine is probably going to be for the support role here. Uh, as a recent, I believe it is that it's more of an Enchanter meta right now, as well as Seraphine can play Flex, both Enchanter and or AP, as well as just all of the buffs that are provided from the Seraphine, the shielding, the healing, and the CC and damage, all can be really utilized quite well, especially with the Jinx, who gets really good buffs off of just getting kills. So if she gets set up, she can definitely snowball really well with the Seraphine, I have to say. And it looks like they also have the Lux lock in here. So we'll have to see where that is going.
Yeah, for sitting on words, Trundle does round out round one. So I mean, so far, they're just matching. I believe they're matching their pick so far, unless that is a Lux mid, which would be interesting. But yeah, we're starting up the ban phase, and Kled is being hovered by sitting on words. So
Definitely looking for those top lane bans. It looks like the Yorick and the Kled, both very punishing laners. One very aggressive, as well as very good at roaming towards the mid lane and fighting in topside river. So definitely an exciting ban to see, as well as the Yorick. Definitely gonna be a good ban to have, especially because of his splitting capabilities, as well as just his immense 2v1 scenario capabilities as well.
yeah, for sure. And we see the Mundo ban. Personally, I think Mundo is an absolute menace with his HP pool and the surprising amount of damage that he puts out. So I'm definitely happy to not see Mundo on the Rift.
Yeah, for sure. Mundo is pretty annoying, to say the least. I am, however, kind of surprised that he got banned off here. I assume maybe the Trundle is a jungle pick here, as typically you see a Trundle in the jungle, but you also see him top, especially after the Lethal Tempo rework at the start of this season, how strong it was. It was and is still on Trundle, giving him the ability to build Bork first item, get that insane attack speed right away, the healing. He is a menace. And he's scary for a lot of people. Looks like we also got the Akali lock-in on the side of sitting on wards. Definitely going to be looking out for that Akali, man. Her laning, just the aggro that she has, pretty strong to say the least, as well as she can be played in both mid and top lane. And she is fairly strong as well.
Yeah, I think throughout all the years I've played League of Legends, the pure strength that Akali gets at level 6, like the raw strength is insane to me. Just the champion goes from level 5 to level 6, and then she can just one shot you out of nowhere if you don't know her limits, and she does.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially the AP execute damage that scales with her. Definitely a force to be reckoned with, to say the least. Looks like we also have a Syndra and a Tom Kench lock-in here on Rogue Upsets. Definitely an interesting pick, as he was nerfed in the top lane. Unless we'll be seeing a Syndra top, maybe, and then a TK support, as Tom Kench was recently reworked to where he functions better as a support. Similar to how Pyke's Black Health works, that's how Tom Kench's Black Health works now, where he won't be regenning as much health unless he is near 2 or more players. So definitely an interesting pick here, to say the least. And it looks like the final lock-in here as well will be the nasty Amumu. Definitely going to be locking down those strong champs such as the Zinzao and the Aphelios. Definitely going to want to stop them. Probably going to be seeing a Randon's Omen for sure on the Amumu.
Yeah, I mean, if it is Tom Kench and Aphelios ball, I mean, very safe ball lane with the. I mean, right with Tom Kench's rework for the Devour being at level 6. I mean, I guess it is a little less safe, but still, we've seen the Tom Kench and Aphelios combo work before, where Tom Kench just gives that safety to Aphelios so you can scale up. And then yeah, just a lot of they have a lot of range through the Syndra and Lux on the side of Rogue upsets, and as well as the disengage from Zinzao.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely enjoying the TK pick. I hope to see him as support. I think Syndra at top would be pretty interesting to see here, especially against a Trundle. That's a Trundle top pick, and TK does not want to go against a Trundle, that's for sure. Just because of all the sheer brawling potential that Trundle gives. Sure, TK is very strong as a lane bully, but Trundle is an even stronger lane bully, especially against those tanks, because he steals a percentage of all of their defensive stats, their health, armor, and magic resist, I believe, all a fraction that gets taken out and given to Trundle, making him very dangerous to go against when you're a tank.
No, I mean, looking at both sides here, I would personally I like the comp of Rogue upsets better just because I like the comfort of like that kind of front to back feel as well of a good spread of damage and good range. So it's just like an overall good comp. I wonder what your thoughts are on that.
Uh, I'm definitely gonna have to agree with you on the Rogue upsets comp. More so, they have a lot of one-shot comp, I'd say. The Aphelios, the Lux, the Syndra all have the ability to just one-shot you. Now, the Jinx here can melt you pretty fast, but it's not gonna be like a sudden burst of like the Calibrum mixed with like the Graviton. Or, not Graviton. What is the gun? The Infernum. I'm sorry. For Aphelios, you got Lux's last spark that she gets every 20 seconds. You got Syndra just throwing her balls at you. That insane amount of damage, plus the Ludens that is packed on with it. All that magic pen. Scary, man, to say the least. Of course, on this side, with the sitting on wards, we do have the Akali, very strong laning phase champ, and if she gets that lead, very good into team fights, especially if she grabs the Conqueror rune. Definitely going to be something to look for. Overall though, I feel like the Jinx very good bot lane pick, especially since I feel like Aphelios is a much weaker early game champ now, especially since he doesn't have an enchanter support. Now you can consider TK semi-enchanter if you consider the shield that he gives, but that's the same as saying Shen would be an enchanter. So we'll leave him under the tank role. He does have good CC, however, and can grab some focus as he does do a decent amount of damage, but lethal tempo Jinx is going to be able to end up melting through the TK fairly fast, especially if he grabs Kraken Slayer. So overall, I'm still gonna have to give it to a Rogue upset. Definitely gonna give them my vote for now, but we'll definitely have to see how it goes. So
Yeah,
definitely just
definitely,
gonna have to wait for that.
it can definitely go both ways. I mean, let's hope we're not caster cursing Rogue upsets by giving both of our picks towards them. I mean, yeah, like you talked about, the Jinx is really good. Their bot lane does seem to have an edge, at least until maybe level 6. Maybe there's some tomfoolery that can happen.
Hmm.
Tom can't Aphelios. I mean, he
Oh
does
yeah.
put out some burst at level 6, so definitely look out for that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the sitting on wards team and I'm trying to figure out what their game plan is. I mean, obviously, Trundle and Akali and Amumu all can just like, if they want to go, they can go in, and even if Rogue upsets are like playing kind of back, if sitting on wards is able to use that Seraphine to get that ulti to start off the fight, that's good too. And then Amumu can go in there with QR and just absolutely CC everyone. I mean, yeah, really, really depends on how these teams want to play these comps.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Prediction. Oh,
Let's look at our channel point predictions here in the Twitch channel. Looks like, let me view this real quick. It looks like there is quite a resounding vote on sitting on wards going to be the victor. Definitely going to have to slide my points over to Rogue Upsets, especially since it's such a low amount. 50 points can go a long way against 2,000. You win a percentage of that. So definitely going to have to suggest you guys put your points in. But looks like we're getting points in now, actually, and a Rogue Upsets is evening out just a bit. About 1/3 of the votes now for Rogue Upsets. Definitely going to be interesting to see everyone's predictions once we get into the game, halfway through now. And, yeah. Well, for now, while we wait for our game to prepare and get ready, we're going to cut to a short commercial time. So, just sit back, relax, and don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone, to Team Gap here. We are just about getting ready to start up the game. Definitely excited for this first game here. Now, everyone did seem to vote for sitting on wards here, but me and my fellow caster here, we got faith in the other team here. We think they can do pretty good. Sure, sitting on wards does have some fancy stuff going on, but I think we'll manage. So
Yeah,
we
I
just
mean,
started the in-game draft phase as well. So it'll be about a minute or two before we get into the game, as well as there is a slight caster delay. But yeah, stay tuned, everyone. It's gonna be great.
I believe it was mentioned, yeah, that sitting on words is on an absolute tear right now inside this division. But I mean, yeah, if we, isolate this one game looking at the champions, yeah, me and you both give our favor towards Rogue upsets. Although this entire time I'm still trying to figure out how Sitting on Words wants to play this. Maybe they're just gonna try to funnel resources into Akali and then let Akali, terrorize the map. I mean, personally, that's what I would like to see, just because Akali one-shotting an entire team is just kind of fun to see. But yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Still, definitely excited for this game, and we'll see what the rest of the games has to entail. Here, will Rogue upsets be changed and upset the standings for how good sitting on wards has been doing, or will they keep sitting in their high seat and keep doing good? That's what I'm waiting to see here. So, looking here in the chat, some people talking about some of the players here. Definitely, definitely an interesting thing to look on. We got some emotes going on, all this excitement here. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming to this Team Gap game. Sorry about the delays once again, but we're definitely just about there. Promise you. Getting right into it. Oh my gosh, yeah, 49,000 points. Last time I looked, it was 9,000 points. My goodness, 49k points on sitting on wards and 27,000 points on rogue upsets. Just that alone right there is 75% of the hot tub stream if they all threw those points in. Which reminds me, did we make it? We did. We raised all the points needed for the hot tub stream for Rylionn and Wookie Monster. So we're going to be seeing them in their awesome beach bods here coming up pretty soon. Everybody, stay tuned for that for sure. Going to be looking out for that. Definitely going to be an exciting time here in Team Gap. That's for sure.
No other org will you see hot tub streams coming from the top. That's so wild.
Well, that'll be interesting to see. Is it going to be in the not the title, but the tags are gonna have hot tub stream in there.
You have to have like a
That's gonna be
play-by-play
great here.
caster for the hot tub stream. Just telling everyone what's happening. Oh man.
Yeah. So the Zeri did get banned. We got the Aphelios here. Definitely going to be looking for some insane Aphelios gaming plays, that's for sure. Love to see everyone's support out there too with their channel points, throwing those around. It's all going to be a great time here. We got 30 seconds on just setting up the rune pages for everyone. We're going to have a slight caster delay. So while we wait for that delay to run down, we are going to go to a very short commercial break. And once we get back from that, it'll be great. We're just waiting here to run down that time just a bit more. So make sure everyone stay tuned here and get ready for this awesome game that we're about to see. And we will be back just in just a few short minutes, so stay tuned. Welcome back,
back.
everyone, to another
To the-
Team Gap game. Looking out here, we got the 5-man setup along the 2 in each side of the rivers, and a Kali sitting mid, watching, making sure no one sneaks through the mid lane bushes into the river. It looks like we're not actually going to see an invade in this game to start off with. Definitely an interesting start, to say the least. Looks like Trundle's going to get that ward and back off here as well. And surprisingly enough, it looks like we have the Amumu top as well. Definitely did not see that coming, to say the least. Going to be seeing PTA Trundle jungle as well. Definitely going to be looking out for all these insane plays. It looks like we got a relatively safe bot lane as well here, coming in with Cleanse on the Jinx. And what do you say, JRC? What's your thoughts so far, just from seeing how everything started so far?
Well, I mean, we were talking about the Tom Kench support, and unfortunately, we didn't get the Tom Kench support. We just got 2 meatballs in the top lane. So, I mean, we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, bot lane got a lot more spicy with that Lux into the Seraphine. Lux will be able to kind of compensate for Aphelios' lack of damage early. So, bot lane just became a lot spicier in my eyes.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely looking out here. We got the Aftershock on the Amumu, along with the Grasp of Undying on the Tom Kench. So normal runes for the TK, but still, very surprising pick. What's your opinion here on the Amumu top?
Well, I haven't seen much of Amumu top. The last time I saw him not in the jungle crying, I saw him in the support role, prospering, and then Riot just, kicked him down a little bit more because, that's what Riot loves to do to Amumu. But, you know what? I love Amumu as a champion, so I'm excited to see what he can do. Probably looking for some TP flanks in the bot lane when he does hit that level 6 and get that ultimate, can really impact and swing the bot lane for his team.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely an interesting pick here, to say the least. Gonna be enjoying that. Looks like Aphelios is getting poked down pretty hard by that Seraphine. The Lux here poking down as well. The Aphelios luckily has his Severum, so he's going to be able to get that heal back, especially since he is running with Doran's Blade. So just an exciting game here. I feel like the Amumu is actually going to be playing for jungle. Going to try and get that Trundle jungle fed. Still, once again though, PTA definitely surprising to see on the Trundle nonetheless.
So Trundle with the start on the top side, Xin Zhao did start bot side, so no interference on Crab. Just both junglers happy to take their camp, so we'll see how each jungler decides to path for the rest. If Trundle does, as you see Trundle slowly kind of walking towards mid here, maybe we get a gank potentially. But yeah, look at this poke under tower coming from the Seraphine. She does have no mana, but just look at the amount of damage dealt to this Aphelios.
Oh yeah, the Aphelios is definitely getting hit pretty bad. And he's actually at half the CS of the Jinx right now, so he's just holding on for dear life. And he doesn't want to die that Jinx early, especially now. If he dies, that'll end up meaning Noon Quiver on the Jinx. Looks like Amumu is going to go in here.
For the big wave hitting the queue, just want the casters to get some hits onto the Tom Kench. As you see some potential in the bot lane here, Trundle isn't that farthest brush, Maybe if Lux doesn't check, come on, direct a camera. There we go. You see Trundle does get onto the Lux. Pillar is used and flash is used from the Jinx or from the Lux, and Jinx hits the W, but it's not enough damage to kill the Lux. That is Lux flash. That's really good, but as you see, Xin Zhao is also in the tri-bush, ready for the gank. As Amumu almost gets is he gonna get the solo under tower? No, he doesn't, but he gets Tom Kench very, very low. Tom Kench living through that tough skin of his.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely gonna be looking here. Maybe the Amumu is looking for a dive once the next wave comes in too, because then he'll be able to get that good escape, along with that defense he gets from Aftershock, the increased MR and armor. Definitely gonna be something to look out for. TK did, however, hit level 5, so we probably won't be seeing that tower dive any longer as the wave resets.
I mean, look at this, cheeky poke onto the Akali. She is at half health. That will definitely stunt her ability to all in the Syndra at level 6. But yeah, looking at the CSs right now, Xin Zhao did clear. I think that's one more camp than the Trundle since. But in the top lane we see Amumu versus the Tom Kench, pardon me. And Amumu hits a nice Q
Oh
onto
no!
the Doom Donut, but oh my gosh, he takes a tower shot. That's
He
first
took
blood.
too
going
much
over to
damage from
Rogue
the tower.
upset.
Unlucky,
Oh
man.
my.
That was some strong action by the Amumu. Definitely excited to see that. I'm surprised, however, if he's playing so aggressive that he wasn't gonna take Conqueror here in this matchup.
I mean, maybe he just wasn't expecting to find these openings. I mean, it was really unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we see the Syndra does get the shove onto the Akali, but nothing more. But Akali goes back in because Trundle is here. Nice pillar, but
Oh,
Syndra does get the kill
man.
onto the Akali and does flash away from the Trundle. Look at the level disparity here. What? No, Trundle flashes over. He says, no, I want to kill you. And here comes Xin Zhao for the counter gank. He is going to
Oh,
knock up,
no.
and Trundle gets shoved aside, and that is unfortunate for Javi. That is a
Un-
2-0 in the mid lane going towards Rogue
Fortunate
upsets.
early game lead here, too. Gotta be... Dude, I know. The upset from Rogue Upsets here, they're changing everything, that's for sure. Looks like we're gonna see a Blasting Wand here on the Akali. I wonder if we'll be seeing Riftmaker Akali here. Definitely something to look out for, because she does have Conquer, so she will enjoy getting that extra damage from the Riftmaker passive, giving them the true damage as well.
That's a little engage here. Tom Kench does miss the knockup, and Amumu hasn't missed a Q yet, but you look at that stat check. This Tom Kench. Oh, Amumu placing the pink word for a little more safety. You know, he gets a buddy. It's a buddy in his lane.
Not the most interesting, or actually no, I take that back. One of the more interesting builds here on Amumu, who's Fridge. He built a tier on his first back instead of trying to go for a Bomby Cinder.
Interesting. As we see a fight developing in the bot lane, Fight Night does get the
Oh
engage
my
onto
goodness.
Agassi, and that is an F in chat for Seraphine. 4-0 so far. 2k gold lead on the side of Rogue Upsets.
Definitely looking at this gold difference here. We see the lost chapter here on the Syndra, as well as she grabbed the boots. Gonna give her that nice lead. She's about 700 gold ahead of the Akali. Definitely gonna make Akali suffer now if he roams and misses out on any more CS. So gonna be looking out for that, as well as the objective, getting the Hextech Drag.
Ooh, as the TP from Tom Kench is being cancelled, Fridge does hit the nice ultimate onto him, but I mean, at this point, the Doom Donut, oh no, he still has flash. That's my bad, I did not see. The Doom Donut is not doomed, he does live, but at what cost?
Oh yeah, definitely some interesting plays as well. Tom Kench, his deep dive, I believe, I'm not sure if that's what it's called. His W ability, which is what lets him go under the ground, was stopped by Trundle's ice wall that he puts up, the little pillar of ice he creates. So definitely good use of those abilities as well.
I mean, although Tom Kench does burn his flash and is forced to back, he did kind of stop the Rift Herald. I think on the side of sitting on wards, they did want to kind of trade that Rift Herald for the Dragon, as we see Syndra doing some damage towards this Akali. See, we haven't seen Akali really do much in this lane. I mean, I don't know the matchup that well, but I mean, potentially this is how it goes, you know, Akali just steps up and then Syndra just shoves you away and says no.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be something to look out here for. Definitely hoping to see some limit testing though from the Akali. That's something I'll be excited to see about. Definitely going to make some of those risky plays for those pretty great rewards overall. 1G trend daily from the Akali here. Surprised to see no ignite on the Akali though. That's definitely a much more safer lane going with flash or teleport instead of ignite.
As we see a massive, and I mean massive, CS diff between Dank Chetta and Zeri will rework. I mean, that's just the Seraphine support. I mean, Agassi, pardon me, putting in the work. But oh, nice little Rue coming from the Lux. And oh my gosh, the Seraphine ult does hit, but here comes Trundle. Is it enough damage onto the Lux? Yes, it is. And on the mid lane side as well, Toffee, will he get the solo kill? 1G trend. Unlucky. Toffee does get the solo
from
kill.
Toffee onto
Ignite.
1G trend.
Wow, there was a lot going on there. So, Lux, or Cusack? I have no clue how to say his name. Well, you know, he got Oh, Matcha, pardon me. I know who Matcha is. You know, that's his ult. That's the player that's subbing in, but it's not really a sub. Anyways, he does burn flash and does die, and then on the side, on the flip side of mid lane, Toffee does get the solo bolo onto 1G trend daily.
Looks like we also got the cull on the Aphelios, help him regain some of the gold that he's missing out from losing so much CS. Looks like we're actually going to have a Rift mid here, and they get it down to 2 plates, so Rift is just going to take that tower out, giving them just so much of a gold lead. Insane gold lead here. What is it? 2,500 lead now. Definitely something to look out here for. Looks like we got the Merc Tread Rush as well on the Tom Kench. Tom Kench doesn't like seeing that Trundle, man. Especially when a Mumu's there to lock him down. PTA on Trundle, negating some of his resistance as well. Trundle can take some armor from one person, but not two, so he's definitely not enjoying those 2v1s, to say the least.
Look at this little duel in the top lane. Pardon me, the Doom Donut does spit Fridge towards his side. Fridge pops his ultimate. We're just seeing them auto each other. This is insane gameplay coming from both top laners. Oh my gosh, the autos are being traded. The flash coming from Fridge dodges the Q from Doom Donut. That actually might have killed him with the slow. And, you know, like 9 more autos.
Oh yeah. Definitely enjoying watching the strange pick top lane here with the Amumu. I believe when he does his kickflip, I'm not sure which ability it is. I know he does do true damage, so it does do some pretty good chunks of TK's health for sure. Looks like we actually might see a bot lane tower dive here as well. Never mind, the Akali is leaving and the Xin Zhao has moved into the bot lane.
I like how both junglers have identified that. Oh, hold on, here we go. A lot of ultimates are being used on both sides, but Matcha does get taken very low by Cheta. Cheta, very nice drop flashes, or Seraphine flashes forward to drop the ignite, and that is not. Oh, it is enough damage, but she does trade her own life. But here comes Xin Zhao. I don't know if he can do anything here. Never mind. Syndra is on the flank. Fight Night does go in onto Javi. Javi is just sucking him. And here comes the. Oh my gosh, the Tom.
So much damage.
So much damage to them. Oh my god.
As I say about all those AP champs, man, they are way too strong and you cannot change my mind on that. It is nasty what they do. Yeah, Rogue upset is definitely causing an upset. That's for sure. But to move on here, it looks like we've been seeing some really good plays and a lot of focus here in the bot lane.
As we see, Doom Donut does get the knock-up onto Fridge, and once again we get the auto-attack battle. Oh, the stun does come through. The Devour Snacks, he gets eaten.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is a lot of damage going onto Fridge. Will he be able to get out here? Fridge trying to walk, dodges the knock-up. Okay, the Doom Donut does have to flash forward, gets the stun once again, and what a nice solo coming out from the Doom Donut.
Good solo kill.
That is what we came to see.
Lane. Definitely worth the Merc Tread Rush on the Tom Kench. Looks like Amumu will follow with that idea, because they're definitely both doing a lot of magic damage there. So, definitely want to grab those Merc Treads, since they both do a hefty amount of CC to each other. And as we say in the biz, I think someone is PayPal'd sitting on wards to throw their first game. That's just my opinion, though, and we'll have to wait and see if anything else comes along. Those large point counts, looks like anyone who voted for Rogue upsets might be in a better mood than they were when it started out, that's for sure.
Well, we will definitely have to see. Oh, okay. Cheeky, Lux burning, or Matcha burning a flash once again. I mean, even though Rogue Upsets does have this, what is this, like 3k gold lead? I mean, look at the CS diff between Jinx and Aphelios here. I mean, potential for Dank Cheta to still carry this game. Definitely don't count them out just yet.
Oh, for sure. Gonna see the Gale Force here on the Jinx as well. Try to escape the Xin Zhao Syndra and all of that.
Denzel pops his ult, trying to get away. A lot of people on the bot side of the map right now.
Oh
Denzel
yeah,
is
a lot of
pathing
focus
over.
there.
A lot of focus for sure. Dragon, I don't see the timer part of me. Let me fix that for myself. 3 minutes and 11, so still kind of far from the dragon. As we see, Trundle does find the Cinder, or rather, I guess
Oh
Toffee finds
no!
Hobby. Hobby does fall. That is his third death, unfortunately. Look at this. Toffee is 4-0. Wow.
Trundle definitely coming out with one of the older
What
builds
a
on his
huge ult
champion.
coming out from Agassi, getting 2 people under the tower, but it doesn't matter because it seems like Dang Shadow can't follow with how low he is.
Aphelios just didn't count for the fact that his Infernum damage with his ultimate is just so much weaker. And it looks like we might see a
Fight
good
Night
gank
going onto
here.
Cheddar. Cheddar walking forward. Not enough damage going onto Zeri work. And, you know, nice little gank from Fight Night there just to punish Cheddar overstepping.
Definitely gonna possibly see some backlash here. Definitely sitting on wards, doesn't want to lose their spot. They want to keep sitting there and winning. But so far, this game has shown that Rogue Upsets is pretty upset with their ideas and not going to give up without a fight, that's for sure.
You see the Akali slowly walking, or pardon me, 1G Trent Daily walking towards the bot lane. Matcha and Zeri rework are both very low, but they do spot out. Oh, you see Cheddar's ultimate there, almost killing
Oh yeah.
either of them. Oh my gosh, very, very close.
Lux and Aphelios here, both gonna back off from their tower, afraid from the Akali tower dive, because 1G Trend Daily definitely love taking those plays, definitely gotta watch out for watching his dive. I think one of the more surprising things though this game is the Trundle build. He's gonna be going tank. They're gonna have 2 tanks on their team against an Aphelios and a Syndra, so that's something to look out for, because Syndra is going Ludens, grabbing all that magic pen. Sure, Force of Nature is going to be nice to have with that magic resist, but I'm not sure if it'll be enough.
You see, a little more attention towards the top side of the map. Maybe we get our first team fight here, although Zeri working and Matcha are in here, and Doom Donut does get caught out here. Great health will not be enough as Agassi gets the shutdown. You know, that's still some gold on going towards sitting on wards. I must be happy with that for sure. And I really don't know what Rogue Upsets is thinking there, having 2 of their members just towards the bot side of the map. I mean, maybe that's just better organization on the side of sitting on wards.
Yeah, we're going to see Aphelios actually pick up on some lost CS here, as well as they're going to pick up a nice little bounty off of TK, I believe. Yeah, 150 gold. Now, one thing I'm also surprised to see is that the Seraphine really hasn't roamed all that much for having Mobies. So, maybe we'll see her switch, or maybe we'll be seeing her roam a bit more. Definitely going to be something to look out for.
Attention towards the dragons. Toffee doing a lot of damage with the shove. Once again,
Oh.
huge ultimate coming out from Matcha, but not enough damage, as a lot of damage is coming out on both sides. Matcha does fall. Well, will fall now. Fight Night does fall as well, as we see Aphelios, you know, doing a little bit to the
Aphelios
Akali
stacking
on
up
that
his chakram stacks, but it looks like he's going to end up backing off.
So 2 dead on the side of Rogue Upsets does mean practically a free Drake for City on Wards, you know?
Sitting on wards confirms their first Drake, yeah. Pretty nice to see. Looks like objective bounties have also fallen off. So it looks like we've gotten into the threshold of equal gold count. Looks like Doom Donut's also going to try to engage on 1G Trend, but I don't think it'll be enough. Aphelios here going to cycle through his chakram, seeing as though there's probably not going to be a big fight here, or maybe there'll be a nasty tower dive here.
We will see as we see the Javi is walking around, takes a Bastion, but he is spotted out, so nothing will happen here, unfortunately.
It's pretty cool.
Overall, the gold lead has shrunk a lot. Although it is 11 and 6 that kills, you do see the goal difference down to 1k.
Oh yeah.
So, you know, sitting on wards, putting in the work, putting the hours, and taking what's theirs, you know?
Oh yeah,
Really.
for sure. They're definitely gonna try and get back their crown. That's for sure, because it's diminishing at the moment. Gonna definitely try to catch up. Rogue upsets, however, having 3 towers taken. Gonna cause a little bit more worry for some splitting. Of course, Rogue upsets not having as many good splitting champs will definitely put them at a disadvantage, so they're definitely going to want more towers taken, and they're definitely going to be fighting for that next drag for sure to keep their drag lead, which will end up putting them on soul point after they grab the next drag, if they manage to do so.
Once again, going back to what I've seen a lot is the Toffee is just putting out so much damage at the very start of the fight, you know, chunking whoever's right in front of him, and really that 400 gold bounty, really showing why he has that bounty, as Seraphine almost gets caught out here, but Fight Night with nice little disengage. A lot of members are over here. Fridge gets a nice 2-man ultimate. Wow, Toffee does go down. There goes the 400 gold bounty that I was talking about, as if pardon me, my second glitching. Fight Night goes in, but doesn't have enough survivability. Huge knockout coming out from Doom Donut, but will it be enough? Zeriwork does fall as well, and here we see Cheddar just, you know, auto, and there goes Tom Kench. Oh, pardon me, he does have flash once again, and jumps out. Oh, Fridge with the clutch Q to stop his jump. And he lives.
Oh my gosh, and Fridge lives with 13 HP. Oh my goodness, that was insane. Insane team fights there. However, Tom Kench doing so much to the Amumu. I'm not sure if we'll actually see them going for the Baron here. They do, however, have the defensive vision to do so, with Tom Kench being down and Xin Zhao just now being respawned. Not sure if they want to end up going for it. Looks like we got the battle song here on the Seraphine as well. Surprised to see the battle song out of the other possible choices, such as Moonstone Reaver. Is that the item? I believe it is. For supports, given that good healing and shield. They rather have that movement momentum to get around the map pretty well.
White Knight does find Agassi, does get him down to half HP, doesn't follow further, although if he had that sixth sense, he would have known that no one else was around. He maybe could have got that, but here we see a little more tension towards the Dragon Pit. It is spawning in 1 minute, so, you know, both teams trying to get their vision down.
Yeah, definitely going to be looking for it. Even though it is a Cloud Soul, that doesn't mean it's useless. The movement speed that it gives, as well as I believe it gives slow resist, is quite nice to have, to say the least.
See Doom Donut teleporting to the Tri-Rush. He is joining the fight early. Instead of, I mean, he did get that top wave pushing, so that is something to consider. As we see Rogue Upset's trying to set up towards the bot side of the river here for their fight.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be seeing a team fight here, getting ready for the Dragon. We do have all ultimates up and ready as well. We do have some preferred team fight ultimates here on the side of sitting on wards, however. So we'll have to see how everything plays out. If Seraphine gets a good ult, it might be over.
1G Trend does decide to go in over the wall, but nothing will be had of after that. Just a little, you know, some tango, some back and forth.
Definitely gonna have to grab those Ala fruits from the river for the Akali just so she can get back up above half health. So she can be ready. Looks like we might see a steal from the Xin Zhao.
200 is stolen. And wow, huge Seraphine all coming out. A lot of ultimates are being dropped right at the front of the Dragon Pit. Once again, Doom Donut is doomed, but here we see 1G Trend Daily gets a lot of damage onto Aphelios. He has no flash over coming out from Javi. Not enough though. Not enough. Wow.
Quite unfortunate to see here, to say the least. Definitely some frustration. Some frustration on the side of sitting on wards here, especially after losing that drag after zoning everyone off so beautifully. It's quite unfortunate, but also fortunate for road upsets, especially if you voted for them, to see that the Lux got that last spark kill on the dragon, stealing it from the Trundle, giving them soul point as well. Definitely gonna be looking here, looking at the gold difference, not that bad, only about a 0.4k gold difference here, favoring sitting on wards actually. But we'll have to keep watching to see if anything persists similarly. Definitely gonna be hoping to see a Baron fight here pretty soon. Looks like we actually might, as there are people gathering towards the side of Baron. But there's not a lot of good defensive vision on Baron itself. So we'll have to see how that goes.
Like you brought up, the gold lead there is no gold lead. Basically, now it is an even game, as Dank Cheta, like we mentioned before, like this CS difference is making a difference. As you see, gonna almost hit that 3-item mark. Hopefully, probably looking to hit it before this huge Baron fight, but we'll have to see. But yeah, a lot of damage coming out from Dank Cheta.
Oh yeah. Surprising to see, actually, that the Amumu has not yet picked up his Mythic and instead has rushed Force of Nature. I find that a bit surprising to see. Of course, Syndra did have that very large lead early on, giving her that, like, dominant presence around the map and just all of the output damage she does do. We'll be waiting to see that Sunfire Aegis on him to get that good sustained damage for team fighting. Looks like we're actually maybe gonna see a Shadow Flame on the Syndra as well, just because of all the shields that Sitting on Wards has been receiving from the Seraphine. A lot of gathering near the Baron site here as well. There's a lot of tension going on. Everyone's just waiting to see who will make the first slip up, the first wrong move here. But it looks like Sitting on Wards is actually going to start heading towards the Tom Kench since he is all alone.
All alone he is, but he does jump away.
That is true. He does make his grand escape, having his team fixate themselves up towards topside jungle on their side. And, looks like we're gonna just see some preparing for the Baron fight here. Gonna be looking for that nice ult from Seraphine, that encore, gonna charm them. Get some good grouping action for the Amumu to come flying in and bandage them.
We've been tangoing for quite a bit. I wonder if there's like certain item spikes that each of the team are just waiting for, if they really just are waiting for the other to slip up. I mean, it is a very, very close game, so I don't blame them for not being hasty and jumping right into things.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna have the Death Dance get picked up from the Xin Zhao as well, giving him that good extra anti-burst. So he takes slightly less damage and will receive it instead as damage over time, allowing him to get the kills and negate that. Overall, definitely some exciting setups here. We see the Shadow Flame on Akali second.
Ooh, huge ulti coming up from Aegis onto Matcha and Fight Knight. That is 2 kills, 2 for 0 for Sitting on Wards. Very, very nice, and they will definitely transition that
definitely
over
gonna go for the Baron here. And now that Lux and Xin Zhao are both out of the picture, I'm not sure that there's any way that this Baron could get stolen. I don't even see, yeah, they're not even gonna bother. They're just gonna prepare for the next dragon, which is up in 1 minute. Oh, 5 seconds, excuse me, I had misread that. So they're gonna just try to get the dragon here, prevent them from getting that soul point. Just that insane movement speed. Oh, the Jinx Super Mega Death Rocket misses as well. Quite unfortunate. Oh, will they get out? They all get out safely. Good for them. Definitely some interesting stuff here. Especially since Rogue Upsets is kind of getting upset now. Their lead has kind of been diminished by Sitting on Wards and their large comeback. That's to say the least. if I have heard everything correctly. Oh, go on, JRC.
I've just been informed that Sitting on Words has not lost a single game in PCL, and this is the closest that they've come to losing. So maybe a little bit of unfamiliar territory for them, but they've come back from a goal deficit.
Oh yeah, definitely. They've lost one game, actually. We've been told. It is quite interesting to see. We actually might see a tower dive up here. Oh, nope.
Well, Dankchetta maybe gets caught out, but
Oh,
Agency
good
once again
encore.
with a good Seraphine ultimate. Bridge does pick up one kill here as the TP does come through. Will we get any more
Kali
action
definitely
here?
looking
Wow.
for a good fight here. Teleporting up. Getting ready for everything to be done. Looks like nothing will pursue too much after that death of the Zinza, though.
You see Sitting Ward still does want to go in. Bridge did miss his flash Q, but the intent was there, so we'll see if they still try to pressure this. They do have the HP advantage.
Oh, we saw the Infernum ultimate from Aphelios. Not gonna do too much, though. Unfortunately. Definitely gotta be looking for maybe an interesting Calibrum ult. Try and snipe out one of the carries. Because the Calibrum actually does quite a surprising amount of damage. We also see the Kraken Slayer on Aphelios, so I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen a focus on his Severum along with his Calibrum, because both of those combos quite strong. The same with the Crucidium, I believe is what it's called with Aphelios. It's his white gun, which does an insane amount of damage. And instead of going on based on attack speed, it goes based on distance. So the closer you are to a target, the faster you will attack. Looks like the air is quite still for now, as everyone is just going to go for jungle and wave clearing. Looks like Jinx has actually picked up Rapid Fire Cannon and Last Whisper, as Syndra has picked up Shadow Flame, as we predicted. It looks like the Amumu actually went for Fimbulwinter along with Turbo Chem Tank, so definitely not going to be seeing as much damage as he could have been doing. As well as the Fimbulwinter build, one of my personal favorite builds, mainly when I'm trolling. So definitely going to be looking out for some of that. Maybe we'll end up seeing a Frozen Heart as well, as it has very good synergy with Fimbulwinter because of the mana that it gives.
It's too bad Amumu didn't go Iceborne Gauntlet. He could have got the blue theme, especially with the Frozen Heart. All blue.
Oh, for sure.
That would have been
along
really
with
cool to
Glacial
see.
Augment too. That would have been exciting to see.
Blue Ward as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ooh, Trundle's
As
actually
Javi
going to take a
gets
decent
caught out
chunk
here.
of health.
Bridge does get a one-man ultimate, not as much as he would have liked to see. Agency gets a two-man ultimate, and here,
Oh, this
wow,
doesn't look
huge
good.
Janaka from Doom Donut, but no deaths just yet. Just a lot of spells and summoner spells being used.
Surprised evacuation. Looks like Tom Kench was in range to heal back the majority of his health as well, so that's always nice to see. Definitely gonna be looking out for this very close game, but the gold difference is astounding. 5,000 gold difference now, if I'm reading that correctly. It looks like, yeah, wow. That is insane. The amount of drags that they got. But other than that, there's not too much of a difference. Other than, the CS diff is insane. Jinx with a creep score of 302 here, 34 minutes in, and everyone else kind of having diminishing CS of only, I'd say about 6 CS a minute. And the unfortunate Aphelios situation sitting at about 5 CS a minute. So definitely going to be looking out for all of this. Who knows where the game will go, when it's going to turn. I think it's going to turn here up in 1 minute when Elder Drag comes up. Definitely looking for that, to say the least.
Definitely is a
Crazy
wild
game.
Wild game, yeah. Elder really is, when you get to this point in the game, it is basically the decider. If you win that, like, if you coin flip it and you win it, you pretty much win the fight, unless it's really, really doomed. But
Oh,
I've
yeah.
also just been informed that this is first place, for first seed, rather, versus last seed, and it's this close.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thunk it? I mean,
Yeah,
I
who would
definitely
have
didn't.
thought that? That's insane. Sitting on wards, even if they do win, they will have to consider this a very niche win, to say the least. It won't be too exciting, as they were getting quite spanked early on, as this has been one of their most difficult games this season and split. So who knows what's going to entail.
Once again, we see Rogue Upsets going from the bottom, approaching from the bottom of the map. I mean, last time what we saw was Lux sniping the drag, but the fight not going so well for them, but we will see.
No elixirs have been purchased either, which I find quite surprising that neither the Amumu, Xin Zhao, nor the Tom Kench have an elixir of iron. The Syndra and the Akali don't have an elixir of sorcery. None of that. That surprises me. Anytime there's going to be a big fight, like Elder Dragon especially, I'll definitely have to go grab an elixir.
Huge engage coming out from Fridge, gets 4 people. Agency does follow up as well, and there goes Toffee falling down to Javi, and Dangchetta does pick up Matcha as well, and wow,
Oh, no.
4 for 0 on the side of sitting on wards. They are not only sitting on wards, they are
tragic.
sitting on this Elder Dragon, potentially?
Oh, yeah, man.
No, they're out for blood, they're going
They're
for
going
the win,
for
they're
the
going
win
mid lane.
here. They may be sitting on wards, but Rogue is definitely sitting on a L for their first game, that's for sure.
Do they have enough time? We'll
They
have to
can.
watch.
They're definitely gonna clean up this game here. They got a Trundle. They got really good siege champs. Trundle and Amumu, both gonna just sit there and absorb the tower. Oh my
Towers and a
goodness!
meatball trying
What
to
a
defend this
first
Nexus
game
on the
of the
side of Rogue,
split, or not the
but
split.
probably won't be enough.
What an insane first game. Ooh, looks like they might turn it. Who knows?
Rogue Upsets is respawning. Oh,
Oh, they
Donut does pick
adopted
up
the
Hobby.
Trundle. Oh no! This
might
opens up for the Elder too. Oh my goodness!
perhaps a mid.
Oh, that is true. Amumu and Akali do have teleport up. If Rogue Upsets does go for the Elder Dragon, that they have access to. Amumu and Akali both could teleport in the base, and 1G Tren is going to do that.
Double teleport for the base. It
Oh
is an
my
open
goodness,
Nexus. They're
it's
just
too
gonna
much.
run at the base.
Oh, this
Top
is
Kench backing, but
tragic.
no, they're
Oh,
just
so
gonna auto-aim.
tragic.
Oh, wow. Another ultimate from Agency. Fridge
Oh, the
is just
Amumu
autoing
just
the
can't
base.
output the
Amumu not
damage.
enough
He's too
damage.
weak, man. He's too weak. Oh, the Jinx. If only she could have made it in time. This is tragic for sitting on wards, to say the least. As now, they are down 2 of their core people that they need. They're just core utility that they use to set up those team fights, get those great team fights in. And they have the potential to lose now. Lose Elder and possibly the game. Yeah, they're definitely going to get this Elder, unless we see like a nasty Jinx rocket steal. Oh, but it was way too early. Oh, this is so unlucky for Rogue, to say the least. Oh, sitting on wards. I apologize.
They
That was
had the
very.
game in the palm of their hand.
Oh.
Literally could feel it, could taste it. They wanted it so bad.
The win was right there. They should have just were like, no, we don't need to end here. We can't end here. We need to go for Elder, and let's confirm our free Baron. Now they've given up their Elder, and who knows if they'll be able to get this Baron, that's for sure.
Interesting.
I know out of everyone,
no
Akali's
one's
definitely going to be quite upset here. The 1G Trent definitely going to see him come in and try to clutch this next team fight for his team. Definitely looking out for all of this.
Cheeky positioning from the Akali, but nothing will really happen. She's just backing, pardon me.
Let's see, we do have... Let's see what summoner spells we have for this next fight. Looks like we have a Cleanse, Flash, Ignite, and just another Flash on the side of sitting on wards here. And only an Ignite and a Flash. Actually, we have 2 Flashes and a Teleport as well on the side of Rogue. Definitely going to be looking out here to see. Quite a crazy game indeed. Oh my
Team Guard
gosh,
does
the
get charged
Tom
down.
Kench.
Wow.
Oh my
Wow,
gosh,
he
the
gets sniped
super
by
mega
Cheddar.
death rocket.
Wow,
It's
look
too
at
much.
those spells
It's
over
too
the wall.
much
It's
for the
really
Tom
too much.
Kench.
Although he is a meatball, that he wasn't a meatball enough to survive that one, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, quite tragic to say the least. I'm quite surprised we haven't seen a Warmogs picked up from the TK. Because the Jinx is shredding so much, he will need that extra HP. I'm surprised to see the Fimble enter. And it looks like sitting on wards is just going to eat their Baron here.
So, although
Yeah,
sitting
Elder
on
is
wards-
almost out, I believe. Let's see here. Elder Dragon looks like it has another 20 seconds or less, I'd say. So, looks like they're going to try to push out mid as much as they can, especially since they do have a popped mid inhib. Definitely going to be horrified of those super minions. Syndra also throwing in some insane damage on the Akali, doing about at least a third of her health. So Akali's going to have to go back and heal for now. Looks like we also finally found that elixir of iron on the... Is it the Trundle or the Amumu? It looks like it might be the Amumu.
Yeah, I think it's the Amumu.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
nice
no.
ultimate coming out from Agassi. Also being traded back, but oh my gosh, that is 2 dead members on the side of Rogue. We will see. Maybe sitting on wards gets it this time. You know, 5v3 potentially.
We'll have to
One
pop
Trend
the
Daily is
inhib once
TPing in.
again. Quite crazy though. They're down their main damage for this defense. I don't think it'll be enough. I think they're just gonna melt the Nexus here.
Yeah, there's a lot of focuses going both onto the champions
Oh,
and the
yep,
Nexus.
there
But
goes
yeah,
the Nexus.
there it goes.
Quite-
There goes the Nexus.
Quite a scary first game, to say the least, for sitting on wards here. And Rogue definitely showing that they are much stronger than the leaderboards claim.
I'm still trying to take in what happened overall. It was really,
man, that
really
was
back
insane.
and forth. Oh my god.
Quite a crazy game, to say the least there. That did not go how I expected, to say the least. That was quite an upsetting defeat for Rogue. I don't really know what to say about that. That is quite dissatisfying, man. But hey. Looks like we're going to actually head to a quick break here after game number 1. So make sure you guys stay tuned for the next game coming up after the break. Welcome back, everyone, to this amazing night here at Team Gap. We are going to be moving into the draft here. Definitely going to be looking forward for this next game. Last game was just insanely close, quite crazy to say the least. Me and my fellow caster here, JRC, looking away in shame as we were hoping that Rogue would take the victory there, sitting on wards, coming out on top for that first game. Definitely something to look out here for. But already we see the hover for the Yorick ban here and the confirmation on the Yorick ban for the first ban of the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still after that break. I'm still processing literally everything that happened in that game. Like I said before, it's so much back and forth. But you love to see it as a viewer, as a caster, and even as a player. It's exciting to go back and forth. I mean, unfortunate on the side of Rogue upsets, and great comeback from sitting on wards. Although they were a little hasty on the end, they finally got it together and ended the game.
Oh yeah, it was definitely quite insane. Their comeback, sitting on wards, just was down so much. I believe there was a 5k gold difference actually at one point in the game, and that was pretty early on as well. I'm quite surprised that they were able to turn it around because that was 1 to 2 item differentiation on certain champions. Definitely a crazy game to say the least. Looks like we're also going to be seeing a Jhin and a Lee Sin ban coming out. I also forgot to point out, excuse me, is that Fight Night has opted out as their main jungler has returned for Rogue upsets, and we're also going to be seeing the Lux and Seraphine banned out this game, and the Zeri will be getting first picked.
Just a note on that first pick. I think that was like basically instant. Like I
Oh yeah,
blinked and it
definitely
was
that
locked in.
insta lock-in.
Oh my.
Definitely going to be trying to dissuade the enemy team here from picking up any of those shielding champions, as Zeri just gets such a bonus. Probably even see a good shield enchanter on the side here. Actually, wait, that was an insta lock-in for sitting on wards with the Zeri, so it looks like they don't want Rogue upset to get their Zeri on. That's for sure. Looks like we're gonna follow up here with a Leona and Jinx in the bot lane, confirming our bot lane picks. So we're gonna be leaving open that mid, jungle, and top. We'll see what gets picked here next. Definitely gonna wait and see. I'm hoping personally to see a Kiana here.
Yana. I mean, appropriate responses, like you said, Zeri can't take away that shield, so you really don't want to play an enchanter on the side of Rogue upset. So they picked the Leona to hopefully lock down that very, very mobile Zeri. And then the appropriate response from Sion Wards to pick the Morgana to give that safety to Zeri.
Oh yeah, that nice black shield to block the Leona's engage there for sure. As I'm not sure, does Zeri get her passive bonus from receiving a Morgana shield because it is a magic resist shield? That's what I'm wondering right now.
I'm
Looks like the
unsure, actually.
Trundle pick once again as well. Last game, JRC, what would you say your MVP was for last game?
Oh, man. Last game MVP? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps it's like biased towards like what the champion can do with one ability, but I don't know. Agassi with those Seraphine ultimates. I mean, I like very rare did I see less than 3 members being hit with that, and I feel like that made a huge difference in some of those team fights for sure.
Oh, for sure, definitely. In my opinion here, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Fridge's Amumu pick. I really enjoyed that, but I also enjoyed the Akali getting those really important picks near the end of the game, helping to secure that win. But overall, I'm still gonna have to stick with the Amumu, just that interesting pick to say the least, because I don't think I've ever seen that in the top lane. So, Fridge definitely gets my endorsement for that game.
As we hover back over onto the draft, we see Diana. I think was it you that mentioned someone mentioned the Diana, and we are seeing it here as well picked as well as Kled banned once again and
Oh
Rise
yeah.
banned once again. Just more or less the same. Same kind of bans except both teams kind of put their respect towards the support on that Seraphine
Mhm.
ban and that Lux ban.
Yeah, Rogue upsets. Definitely afraid that 1G Trin is going to pull out his nasty L9 Doinby Rise. And it looks like they're also going to lock in that Cassidon ban, lowering the amount of champ pool that 1G Trin daily has. Could we see his Turbo Kim tank Akali this game? Who knows? I'm personally hoping to see that Kiana, like I said earlier, or excuse me, his Kiana from some of his previous games. He's done quite well with, I have to say. And definitely going to be looking for the next and final ban being the Yasuo.
Kind of making a lot of sense. I think, wait, I believe Rylionn mentioned earlier when he was casting, you mentioned that Sitting on Words like to run the Diana Yasuo combos. I mean, interesting now that they're taking away the Diana Yasuo combo from Rogue Upsets.
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't seen 1G Trend Daily play Snacks and or not Snacks, excuse me, play Yasuo in quite a while, so I assume that's why they'll end up banning that out. I know that he personally doesn't enjoy playing the Yasuo matchup, but not as much as Lucian. We're definitely going to be looking out here to see an interesting pick here for both the mid and the top lane. If that is Trundle Jungle once again, I personally hope to see Lethal Tempo here on the Trundle and maybe see him in the top lane this time as well.
Nautilus being picked up on Sitting on Words, Little side note, Nautilus, my favorite champion in
Oh
the game.
no.
Oh my. Wait, hold on. Morgana and Nautilus both being picked. Who is going where?
I'm afraid it might be the Nautilus mid. Oh, the
Is it
punishment that
Doingby?
could ensue. This could be insane. Or
I
it could
want
be the very safe Nautilus top. Good utility, good anti-split to prevent anyone from splitting. If they do manage to get a splitter top, it looks like it is the Nautilus top lane as well. Or it could be Nautilus ADC with Morgana jungle. But I'm not sure if that would be the case. Maybe the Trundle top,
Yeah,
but
actually, I'm
probably not.
gravitating towards that.
Maybe. I still feel like it's the Trundle jungle, Nautilus top, because he is a fairly tanky laner. Now they are gonna pick the Urgot here, which is a good counter to Nautilus's hook engage, as Urgot's disdain can counter the or not E, but the hook from Nautilus, as Nautilus will end up getting flipped over by Urgot nonetheless, even if he does land the hook before his E is fully off.
Yeah, definitely interesting on side of Sitting on Words. Personally, like you mentioned before, I'm thinking. Actually, I think you said Nautilus top. I'm thinking Trundle top, Nautilus support, Morgana jungle. But yeah, a lot of options here on side of Sitting on Words.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we'll end up seeing the Nautilus mid that I was kind of scared of. But if we do see that Nautilus mid, definitely going to be looking out for those early game roams, that high map pressure. But at seeing that the Anivia was locked in, I'm not so sure if that is the case. However, if Anivia is top, that is doomsday for the Urgot, as that is one of his worst matchups. As seeing some people in Masters have played Urgot mid, that is their opinion on Anivia, is that is the worst champ. Predictions are up also. Make sure you go throw your points out there. And if you're like me and JRC, make sure you go throw them out there and waste them. So,
Well, I'm gonna double
yeah,
down here.
yeah.
I'm gonna hope for a 3-game series. I'm gonna put it on Rogue Upsets. Maybe instead of upsetting me, they can upset the enemy team. But we'll have to see.
I think I'll be putting 50 points here. I'm quite poor right now with that 15k. I threw away, I think, at least 10,000 points into the hot tub stream that will be happening here at teamgap later on, shortly in the future. So make sure you guys stick around to end up watching that. But for now, the predictions are out. and it looks like people are quite favoring Rogue upsets at the moment, hoping for a good comeback game. But we will just have to wait and see overall for that, to say the least.
So, my thoughts on the draft as a whole, I really like the movement speed. I can't wait for Zeri and Trundle to just zoom around in teamfights. Focus on the Zeri zooming around. But Trundle
Oh
does
yeah.
run around in his domain as well. But on the side of Rogue upsets, they do have a lot of CC. They actually have CC on every single member of their team, so that's interesting as well.
That is some good CC, yeah, the disdain from the Urgot as well. Locking down select people that sitting on wards might not want to get locked down. However, the Anivia is going to have definitely some good pressure against the Urgot as well as the Diana. Just with the wall, if Diana goes in, she could get walled off from the rest of her team, leaving her quite vulnerable.
As we see, or pardon me, the audience can't see this, but the draft is going on right now in the league client. And right now, Nautilus is showing in the top lane. So perhaps you are right here, Noble, that it is Nautilus top and Trundle jungle. But I think my memory serves me right. I think they still can trade up to a certain point in the draft.
Oh, yes. So the Nautilus and the Anivia could end up trading places if need be. I believe they just have to show up in their lane for top and mid, if I'm correct. They just have to show there. But then they are able to lane swap.
No cure for fools.
So the draft is almost up here. We just have a few more characters to go through. So definitely confirming our beliefs on that Trundle jungle once again, as well as that Anivia mid, but who knows? With time, nothing will be certain until it happens. So we'll have to wait and see for sure. But overall, what do you think, JRC? You hoping that Rogue gets their win this go around?
Well, my points are on Rogue, and you know what? I'm looking at the team comps, and I have to give the team comp edge to sitting on wards. I just like how their team looks overall. More well-rounded. But I put my points on Rogue upsets. I mean, they did have a really, really good early game. They got the work done bot lane. Who was it? Fight Club, right? Fight Club
Oh
was
yeah,
able.
Fight Night.
Oh, Fight Night. Sorry, not Fight Club. Fight Night was able to. Fight Night was able to get some work done, even though the Philios was getting bullied out of lane. But yeah,
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. Well, we will have to see, like you said.
Definitely, for sure. Of course, the Jinx pick here instead of Aphelios, definitely going to be focusing on one of those hyper carries. Aphelios just wasn't working last game, I have to say. I personally am not a fan of PTA on Aphelios. I prefer Lethal Tempo, Fleet Footwork, Dark Harvest, and obviously the most common rune on him would be Conquer, I have to say, just because the overall fight synergy with Severum and Crescidium, along with Conqueror, being able to instantly proc it, go in with Severum Q, and then go into melee range and just decimate anyone he walks into with his Crescidium. So, as we are approaching this game number 2, we do have some slight loading times, so we are going to hit a quick break. So right after that break is over, be sure to stay tuned in here at teamgap, where we are having our second game.
push it away. Intense chase and whispers before they all just fade. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust?
To Summoner's Rift.
Hello everyone, welcome back to this awesome game here at teamgap where directed camera isn't necessarily working. Oh, there we go. Definitely looking out here for this nasty invade. Oh, could it be? It could be a pretty big invade. Nope, everyone looks like they're getting out fairly safe, but they didn't leave back any vision. So, looks like they might actually just back out here since they were spotted. They're gonna leave a ward just so they can track that Diana a bit better. Gonna just reset their lanes here. Unfortunate that it wasn't an interesting invade. I personally enjoy seeing the spiciness of an invade. Looks like we actually have the Urgot here sitting on the enemy blue buff. Gonna try to get a nasty level 1 kill perhaps. Oh, nope. But he will get that good vision, and the Nautilus looks like he'll take the vision as well. No, I'm not sure if he actually left vision there or not. He did
Doom
not.
Donut maybe causing Doom onto Fridge. Fridge does get caught by the pull over. Fridge does start the E, not W there to survive, but we will see. He takes a little more damage than he probably should have. But yeah, you know, good start for Doom Donut over in the top side of the map.
Yeah, definitely a good start. Looks like we also have corrupting pots on the Nautilus. And it looks like Nautilus might have taken Time Warp Tonic as well, just to get that good healing in and extra bonus mana.
Standard back and forth in the bot lane. Looks like a little edge going over to sitting on wards. They do hit level 2 first. But, you know, Rogue Upset's respecting level 2 like they should.
We're gonna play a bit more passive here, let the lane shove in, hoping to get some support from their Diana. As 1G Trend Daily bullies the Orianna here in the mid lane just a bit.
We're looking at the pathing here coming out from Daze, you know, their main jungler. Although Rogue Upset's bot lane isn't to get the pressure relieved, Diana is on the opposite side of the map, so we won't be seeing that, but we do see we might get some action here between both junglers as they are both top lane.
Oh yes, definitely gonna be hoping to see a good contesting fight here for the Scuttle Crab. Or maybe a nasty gank in the mid lane. Looks like Trundle's just gonna head on away.
Well, as Leon does hit the engage onto Dank Cheddar, EQ does go through. Ignite is dropped, but Cheddar is... Oh, there goes Q once again. Cheddar forced to flash. Nice Q coming out from Agassi to kind of fight back. Oh, Matcha barely misses that E onto Dank Cheddar.
Definitely something to look out here for, to say the least, as Trundle approaches the bot lane.
Trundle looking for the gank here. Nice pillar, forcing Zeriwork to flash. Matcha not hitting an EQ. It probably just left to die here, unfortunately. Oh, good flash. Maybe he does get out here. Indeed. Wow. Trundle with a beautiful pillar still unable to convert.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely something to look out here for, especially since this game Trundle did take the lethal tempo, giving that really good team fight edge. As well as he'll definitely be draining the HP of Urgot. He's going to probably put his fixation on there to start. Maybe we'll see a Triforce or maybe a Divine Sunder on Trundle as well. And I figure we'll probably see a Gore Drinker too.
But I will mention, even though he didn't get anything done, he did burn all the sums on the side of Rogue's bot lane. So that is something to look forward to, as Javi still has Flash himself. So potentially a regain coming.
Yeah, looking out at just some passive fighting here in the top lane. Nothing much to look out here for yet, except maybe Trundle's just gonna grab the first drag. Zeri is in river, but she is quite low. Looks like Oriana has also taken her first back early on, grabbed a Tear of the Goddess as well as just level 1 starter boots, just to help get away from that Anivia freeze.
A lot of standard back and forth happening on the Rift. Doom Donut, you know, taking advantage potentially of this Nautilus, you know, Nautilus not being able to push the wave as fast as him, you know, or shove the wave, and then, you know, taking, good on him to take that Gromp away.
Oh yeah. Nice to see a top laner go steal from the enemy jungle. A man after my own heart, I must say. I love stealing the enemy jungle, to say the least. And if my junglers upset me, I end up stealing theirs as well.
Red team has slain
You
the
see,
dragon.
first dragon is going over to Rogue. That is Inferno Drake. So sadly, no Inferno Soul, as Fridge does have the HP advantage, but it is Urgot, so we will see. Fridge does hit the ultimate onto Doomdawn. It is a point and click, and here comes the Nivea from the flank. 1 GP daily. Really, really nice stuff coming out from him, forcing out the flash from Doomdona, and he does fall. And the Kavi is here for a little spotlight.
Oh yeah. Quite tragic to see. Surprisingly, however, we also see the Electrocute on the Anivia versus the Dark Harvest. I wonder if we'll see the Leandries, or if we're going to see the nasty Everfrost, like we did a week or so ago on another game. I believe the team... What was the team that played? Counter Target Spell. That was the team, yes. That was them, yeah. For sure, because I was watching them a lot. Definitely enjoying their games. They've been doing alright. So that's pretty nice. Not too much has happened so far. 7 minutes in and only 2 big fights. One just being the poor engage from the Urgot top lane.
Once again, 1G trend daily going to the top lane, knowing that Urgot doesn't have flash. This is really smart coming out from them, and we will see. Yep, Nautilus U does come out, and that is yet another death on the side of Rogue.
Quite tragic to say the least. Urgot not learning that 1G trend daily enjoys those good roams to the top lane. And definitely still not grabbing a control ward. Oh, he already has one in his tri-bush, but he's not getting one deeper in the river.
I mean, going off of last game, you know, the mid lane was kind of just, if I remember correctly, 1G trend daily was just, oh wait, yeah, he was being bullied by Toffee.
He was being bullied,
So, like,
yeah.
you know, he's fighting back. He's like, you know what, oh,
Ooh.
nice little Q from Agassi under the tower. But here we go, top lane once again.
Oh no.
With the Q, but Nautilus does fall too. Oh, it goes to Matcha. But you know what? Gold is gold, ladies and gentlemen. We like to see it.
Gold is gold. It's quite tragic. The Leona with the aftershock. Sure, it gives her that extra safety, but the potential to be kill stolen from the Leona is quite high, which just happened here before Urgot could recast his ultimate and get that nice execute, grabbing some free gold. It went to the Leona, so we're probably going to see a... no, we saw a Kindle Gem get purchased instead of Moby's here on the Leona.
That little hobby catching out days potentially here. Yeah, it's always exciting to see how, like, just the pillars coming out, trying to see where they place it, what they interrupt. But yeah, here we go. Engage from Fridge, does hit the QR onto the Dana. Dana goes in, gets a nice 3-man ult. It's a lot of damage coming out, but it is not enough. Fridge does flash forward onto the Dana. Dana's both brought very low. Oh my gosh, that shield. Oh my gosh, the Nivea trades back there. That is 2 for 2. No, even trade, but I gotta look for bounties. No bounty, so really just an even trade and a lot of back and forth.
Oh yeah, definitely something to look out here for, especially reminding me of those counter target spell games where that Anivia got fed pretty fast. Pretty scary to say the least, man. Especially just because of how strong she is.
Agassi, you know, every time the directed camera goes down here, we always seeing these Qs landing, but nothing following. Hopefully soon they will be able to convert some of these more Qs into more damage and potentially a kill later on.
Looks like we are also seeing somewhat of a pattern from the last game in the bot lane. It looks like the Zeri rework isn't getting as much CS as what she would like, and the Dank Cheta is kind of dominating the lane once again with that CS lead.
Yeah, that CS lead once again, Cheta, like you pointed out, is slowly growing. I think last game it was over like 100 and something CS, which really made a difference on that Jace.
150, I believe.
Wow. Dave's maybe biting off a little more than he can chew. He does go in, doesn't have any wow, but he does get out once again. Heal being burned by Zeri rework. Leona ult not connecting and is forced to flash away because she did overstep there.
Definitely some preparation here for the dragon. Will we see a team fight? I'm not sure. I hope so, but I think Trundle will be able to damage down the drag just enough to where they can take it safely.
No TPs available just yet. Nautilus and Urgot dancing in the top river as, yeah, dragon is taken.
So far, it is a minor gold lead favoring sitting on wards.
Oh, Toffee potentially getting caught out here. Nice wall and ultimate. Oh, shockwave to disengage both mid laners using their ultimates.
Surprised to see that the Nautilus actually didn't engage there, as the Urgot would have been forced into the wave. And definitely would have taken some severe punishment from the wave. Yeah, Nivea is looking fairly strong, but the only issue for that is the fact that she just has to be focused. If she's the only one with gold, and they have a pretty strong dive comp here with Leona, Diana, Urgot. They just have to pick Anivia out, and their really high damage is gone.
As we see Rift Herald being used here in the mid lane.
Looks like there is now a 1.5k gold lead as well, favoring sitting on wards.
Looking at the map, Diana maybe gets walled here by 1G Transalia. Yeah, there comes the wall, but no stun to follow up. Diana does go back in with the ENR and pops the Nivea egg. We will see what happens here. The egg will get popped. Oh, Matcha with the ultimate hits both. Beautiful ultimate. Oh, he gets the double kill. You know what? As the resident support main, we love to see it, you know? We love to see the gold going over.
It's so tragic to see. Oh, my heart aches. I can feel the pain that the Diana and the Orianna must feel right now. They're like, oh yes, some chance for 1,000 gold total, including the shutdown from Anivia and the kill on Trundle, as well as the red buff would have been nice too, but instead it went to the Leona, granting Leona a nice fat item and hopefully some better engage.
Interesting to see the 300 gold bounty on the Leona. 300 gold matching your score, 300.
Hopefully we'll be seeing some good roams from that Leona.
Go back and forth in the top lane. No longer meatballs. We got, got some more damage up in the top lane, some more excitement. They're just going back and forth. Both of them 0-2, or one of them 0-2, one of them 0-3. But CS diff, what is that? 30 for Urgot? Yeah, 30 for Urgot.
Yeah. Definitely something to look out here for, as Nautilus is gonna be, he rushed Bramble Vest here along with plated steel caps. Oh yeah, definitely gonna help stop a little bit of his healing, to say the least, but overall, I'm not too sure if it'll matter. In my opinion, I think, I believe the best counter to Urgot is Rammus.
Fortunate nothing does happen there since Leona does miss the Q and Diana is spotted out early enough so that Chetta and Agassi can get away safely towards their tower. But
We see the dive.
maybe Rogue isn't done yet. They're poisoning themselves for a dive here. Once again, Matcha not landing the key. Oh, on the top side of the map, Rifthold is taken on the side of sitting a ward, and Urgot is forced to flash, but is it enough? Potentially not. He does get knocked up by the Nautilus ultimate, getting beat down. Fridge with the flash forward and the passive, really, really nice.
Urgot picking up his Titanic Hydra as well. Not doing so hot in his lane, to say the least. Overall, just hoping that the Urgot himself will be able to recover from this.
Cheeky, little Q action, or whatever the stun ability is. Oh, massive engage, but misses on the Anivia. That was a lot burned from Maze, as we see. Leona finally hitting the E onto him, but wow, that Black Shield does deny it, and Zeri is going pew pew, and that is 300 gold going over to Zeri.
Oh yeah, including that shutdown too, so a total of 600 gold.
Red team's
Quite tragic.
Yeah, oh, maybe Anivia biting off more than she can chew. Does get taken very low. Urgot with the ultimate available. Does he go for the snipe?
Good connection on the Dark Binding as well from the Morgana.
Sitting on wards, deciding to opt out of the Drake because they realize they are too low to do this, but Rogue may be looking to capitalize on these backs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Quite a dangerous waters that they are dwelling in with the Urgot down here. Not so sure if they would want to try to contest it at all, just because of his execute fear. Securing the third Drake of the game here, going to be a Mountain Soul this game, it looks like. Very nice Drake to have when you have an Urgot, a Nautilus, Trundle, Leona. All of those champs greatly benefit off of getting Mountain Soul, as well as the shield that it provides, helping those squishies not be as squishy. Looks like the Nautilus will also be picking up Turbo Chem Tank, as it is recently become a lot more popular with a good amount of the champions here.
Bridges build looking a little bit of deja vu. Doesn't matter the champion. We're still seeing that Chem Tank, probably that Fimble Winter coming from that tier, and then Bramble once again looking for these big engages like he did from the first game.
Looks like we'll also be seeing the Anivia roam top. Will the Anivia make it in time?
Yeah, it looks like the Urgot back was really late, so once again, the third time top lane. Oh, but the wall does miss, but looks like there's just way too much CC and way too much damage. Doom Donut is doomed for... Whoa, he's 0-5 this game. Truly unfortunate. Great roams from 1G Trend Daily.
Quite surprised as well to not be seeing a Dark Seal get picked up from 1G Trend. Definitely used to seeing a Dark Seal or even a Medjai's picked up whenever he plays.
A lot of action going on down here in the bot lane. Morgana binding does land, but nothing once again. Still no kills coming from these Morg Qs. I mean, they're landing. Oh, speaking of landing, there it is again. Zeri, throwing the W, and there comes Diana once again. Alpha Blood onto this Anivia. Javi missing the pillar, but the stun does come through, and wow, Egg is popped, and 1G Trend Daily lives.
Ignivia not becoming an omelet just yet, going to just continue chilling and grabbing another bounty yet again, being worth 150 gold plus their base worth. Oh my goodness, the CS gap here in the bot lane as well. Zeri just picking up about 60 CS lead as we go forward in the game, holding almost perfect CS here as well.
Basically almost 10 CS a minute, which is really, really good. That's what you want to see out of your ADC.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gonna be seeing a a Frostfire Gauntlet, I believe, here on the Urgot as well. Quite a surprising choice for a second item to build. Normally, after you see a Titanic Hydra on Urgot, you'll end up seeing a Black Cleaver, as the cleave is stacked double from Titanic Hydra, unless Riot has patched that glitch.
Seeing Zeri picking up that Runons. I remember when Zeri released, I was like, Runons on this champion is gonna be amazing, and it is.
I wasn't sure how Runins would work. Since her Q is an ability, but also an auto attack, does it shoot 2 beams, or is it just 1 still?
Honestly, I don't know, because I think they've changed it up a lot. I think on release it did. I have no clue now, though. I guess we'll just have to watch and see.
Yeah, we see the Dark Seal also picked up on the Orianna. She is definitely going to be looking out to be much more damage as she gets those passive utility kills, assists, and the like.
There we go. Bashing each other up in the top lane. Yeah, perhaps if he did go start building towards that Black Cleaver, he could be doing a lot more damage to this Nautilus. But yeah, opting for that Bomby is, like you said, huh? Toffee forced to flash away or face Doom, and he chooses to flash. Very wise.
Yeah, beautiful flash from the Orianna, avoiding the Ice Pillar from the Trundle.
TP coming in from Fridge. Everyone is here for this dragon. Everyone's invited to the party. Be a lot poke going down on both sides. Nautilus does use his ult straight onto Daze to try to stop him. Hits nobody with the ultimate, basically. Zeri is building up those stacks very, very slowly. Bridge does fall to Toffee, and here we go. The execute does come through. Oh my gosh, a lot of members are falling. Wow, Urgot barely. Oh my. There's so much back and
too
forth.
strong.
I couldn't keep up. There was so much happening.
I know, dude.
apologize.
The Seraphs embrace Anivia, along with the Leandries. Her critical strike damage is way too high. Once again, this is why I hate those AP champs. 410 crit, and early on, it's around like 213, something around there. Nivea, definitely an annoying champ to lane against, to say the least. But if we look at the gold score right now, it looks like sitting on wards is down about 2,000 gold. Or, excuse me, no, they are up 2,000 gold.
Change from last game. They are ahead in the early game, and they did tie up the dragon score 2-2. But yeah, like you said, that Anivia annoying already, and with that finished Seraph and being 8-1 with a 550 gold bounty, that definitely does not help.
We see the Urgot pick up the Kuldan's Warhammer as well. I'm not sure why he picked that up after grabbing a Bomby Cinder. I would assume he's hoping to finish his item. But who knows? Maybe he's gonna be going into a different item of choice here. Hullbreaker doesn't build with Kuldan's. It builds with a Phage and Pickaxe. Still, seeing a Phage here, I don't believe Kuldan's Warhammer builds into Black Cleaver.
The skirmish starting in the top lane. Everyone is trying to join the fight very, very late. Nothing to happen yet. Urgot does get walled off, but looks like that is it. They are wise to run away here.
We do have a lot of ice slow here with the Trundle and the Anivia here. I wonder if Trundle's ice slow, if Anivia's passive damage works.
Wow, look at that Orianna damage, even though she is still behind. That hits a one-man ultimate. Fridge is slowly getting chipped down, and he does fall eventually. Hobby does get stunned up. Pillars 3 people, but nothing really happens between that. Whoa, huge stun comes out, and Cheta snipes Leona with the W, I believe.
Yeah, definitely some crazy stuff going on here.
Looks like that will be all. There was a lot of tension there, but it just turns out to be a 1-for-1 overall.
Ooh.
Oh, nice Q coming out from Agassi, finally, maybe converting one of those dark bindings into a kill. Yes!
Oh, nice connection with the stun from the Anivia. Gonna apply that Leandre's effect, stop Oriana's back by about 2 more seconds. Looks like they'll be grabbing a uncontested Baron here as well.
They know that the enemy team's on back. I mean, this is pretty smart from them. Except Hobby, well, Hobby, maybe playing with our feelings just a little bit too much. Having me on the edge. No, he smites and he's very, very healthy now. But yeah, Baron going over to sitting on wards.
Definitely gonna look out here for some of the next plays coming up. I believe Dragon is up soon. Let me double check that. Drag's up here in a minute 30. So, hopefully we get some interesting stuff coming along here. There is almost a 4K gold lead on the side of sitting on wards.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Looks like they'll actually be sieging here in the top lane as well. Quite interesting, to say the least. Not sure if we'll be seeing any big fights. The Urgot, however, like Rylionn has predicted earlier, will be doing some major splitting in the bot lane.
Once again, hitting this more Q onto Daze. Daze does fall to Cheta. That is yet another unanswered kill. Going over to sitting on wards.
Definitely some big picks here. Not looking the best here for Rogue. Will it be the unfortunate 2-0? I do hope not, but we will have to see.
A lot of abilities being missed here, so nothing to really be had. As the top inhibitor tower does go down.
Quite a change of game, to say the least. I was for sure hoping that they'd put up a fight like they did last game, but sitting on wards isn't messing around anymore. They were probably a bit lackadaisical, thinking they were going against the lowest, but Rogue definitely showed them in the first game that they were a lot stronger than suspected, but not showing it as much here into the second game, unfortunately. So definitely hoping to see a drag fight here as well, but I'm not sure if that will happen.
Looks like no drag fight is happening. Dragon is going over to sitting on wards. They do have that Baron buff to sit on, and the Jinx rocket does come too late and doesn't connect anyways. As sitting on wards does focus their does shift their focus towards the bottom lane.
Did that Dark Binding connect? Looks like there will be the last final usage here of the Baron. Going to try to grab this last tower. Hopefully they grab it. That'll definitely be quite big.
As Leon Q does land, or Leona E does land onto one of the members, and a lot of damage does come through. Hobby does get Doom Donut. Jinx does trade back a lot of damage coming out from both ADCs. But Zeri is hyped up. She is slowly building those stacks, and Dang Cheta does pick up the Diana as well. That is 3-for-1 on the side of sitting on wards.
Yeah, that was just an insane engage. Unfortunately, I don't think the Leona was expecting to connect through that flash. Quite interesting, but it looks like sitting on wards is going to just grab their second win here and finish with a big 2-0 for this game.
I mean, yeah, I don't see how Rogue is supposed to defend the base here. Anivia just terrorizing them on their summoning platform with the R.
Quite a tragic game for the second game here, to say the least. Looks like Zeri might just finish the game here.
Maybe sitting on wards is playing a little more passive compared to last game. You know, I think they could have ended it, but perhaps I'm wrong. Maybe they're just learning from last game. As yeah, Diana does end up chasing, but you know, Zeri just hops over the wall and she's gone.
Quite a disastrous second game for Rogue. Now almost down in 9k gold, it looks like, or maybe it's 8k.
Gosh, that is a lot of damage coming out from the Orianna.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anivia just gonna grab all those jungle camps, just keeping that lead. Grab a blue buff so she can keep her her Winter Storm ult, and everything should be good. Or Glacial Storm, excuse me. Overall, though, I believe this next fight it'll be over for Rogue, and Sitting on Words will take their win.
Oh, maybe they'll try the double TP again. There, we do see a ward place in red team's base or Rogue's base, so maybe they go for the double TP. Maybe it works out this time.
That is true. Maybe that will come to play. I'm not sure if they will try that, though, as what happened last time, they just had way too low damage.
Javi, you know, we saw Javi last game. He did get caught out in one crucial moment, and I think it did cost them quite dearly, but hopefully we learned a bit since last game.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna just take this tower here, probably back off, maybe grab an inhib, but unless someone goes in with a good engage, I don't believe we'll see any fight.
It looks like Sitting on Words going for the safe end, you know, triple inhib. Oh, Diana gets a huge engage and hits 3 members. Huge ultimate from Jinx there, just all melting, but you know, Zeri still building up these stacks in the back line. Nope, there goes Jinx getting 3 members.
Very
Wow.
insane turnaround, to say the least. Much just surprised there. Will this be a big turning point here in the game, or will it just end up like it did last game, where it was close, but not enough? Aww.
Oh, the Morgue misses, but Daze goes in once again onto Cheta. Will this be a pick? No, Daze. Wow, Cheta with a nice top over the wall lives, and oh, Urgot has some bullets of his own. Shut down going over to Doom Donut.
Looks like we have Soul for Sitting on Wards coming up here in about 35 seconds. Not sure if Rogue will want to contest this, as they do have 2 popped inhibs and an open Nexus. So definitely worried about that, to say the least. Definitely hoping to see a nice backdoor. But once again, the Anivia and the Nautilus might not put out enough damage to the Nexus. So we'll just have to see.
This could be potentially Mountain Soul going over to Sitting on Ward, like you mentioned before. The Nautilus and the Trundle really benefit from this, but we see the Jinx Rocket. Nope, blocked.
Oh yeah, blocked by
he
the
is wise
Anivia.
to the Jinx ultimate.
Looks like we got 3 mountain drags here on the side of Sitting on Ward. It's gonna make them extra tanky. Let's go check the magic resist and armor of the Nautilus. Nautilus here with not even a fully built tank item yet, sitting on 210 armor just from plated steel caps, turbo chem tank, his base armor, along with bramble vest. Which is quite surprising that he has that much armor, and if he continues to build, maybe he'll end up with 300 armor. But we'll have to see.
Sitting on Wards is setting up for the perfect finish here. They got the triple inhib earlier, they got their soul earlier, and now they got the Baron.
Oh yeah. It looks like they might just overpower the base with 2 waves shoving in here. They're definitely gonna Rogue is definitely gonna have to be contesting that, to say the least. I hope we get at least one nice team fight and maybe an Elder fight, but I'm not so sure if that'll happen.
Oh, Doom Donut does get pillared towards and Nautilus does hit the Q onto Doom Donut. Oh, Diana does get knocked up. Huge ultimate coming out from Bridge, but another ultimate coming out from Orianna that counters it. What? Trundle, it is going in, and oh my god, Urgot hits a nice ultimate onto the Nautilus. Anivia is outputting so much damage. The Jinx! No! Zeri's on the base! Zeri's gonna end. Oh! Oh my god. Oh, it's the
gosh!
end!
The Zeri penetration from one of her abilities, I believe it's her E, gave her just the right angle to shoot through Urgot and hit the Nexus. Quite tragic end here for Rogue upsets. Yeah, that was quite a first game. The second game was a little more downhill, unfortunately, for Rogue upsets. I think they might have been a bit tilted after their loss in that first game, especially after maintaining such a high lead throughout the majority of the game. It is quite unfortunate to see that. They did get 2-0'd, however, so we'll be seeing the VIP vote, I believe. No, not VIP. My apologies. MVP votes here in the chat very soon. Who did you think did the best for sitting on wards? Who did you think, JRC? What was your opinion?
I'd have to give it overall. Oh, wait, pardon me. For this game, I'd have to give it to 1G Trend Daily for those roams up to the top lane, really making a difference. Collecting that gold and punishing that Urgot for really not respecting the mid lane roam. But overall, I mean, that CS difference in the ball lane from Cheta, I have to give my MVP vote to Cheta for both games.
Oh, really? I'm gonna have to go with 1G Trend Daily. He definitely secured the win for that second game. Now, the comeback in the first game, definitely a team effort there to say the least, as well as some pretty bad calls were made overall. But I'm definitely, that second game, just the Anivia, the sheer dominance in lane and in the roams, definitely tilted that Urgot, definitely got those wins. Definitely just set up the team that second game. So my vote will definitely have to go to 1G Trend Daily.
Yeah, that is our votes. And up in chat, you can see the MVP poll is up. So put in your votes for who you think should be MVP, or who you think is MVP, rather.
Well, so far in the poll, it looks like we got one vote for Dank Cheta, one vote for Agency, or I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. We got actually 2 votes for 3 different people now, and 1 vote for Javi, and 1 vote for Fridge, and it's tied for Dank Cheta, Aegis, and 1G Trend Daily.
It's all even between Fridge, Javi, 1G Trend
Everyone
Daily,
has
Cheta, and
2 votes
Agency.
now. It's
You know what?
all even. Will we have 5 MVPs this game?
I think they're in chat and they're trying to swindle their way to 5 MVPs. Oh, Agency maybe pulling away with it. 4 votes. We'll have to see.
Yeah, my damage charts aren't loading, unfortunately, so I won't be able to inform anyone on that. The client has been a bit iffy today, to say the least. Looks like as the vote is coming near to a close, Agency with 6 votes now.
Yeah, I mean, Agassi hitting like literally every Q that I saw on the screen, and then in the first game with those Seraphine ultimates really landing. So I'm definitely I'm not upset with anyone on this team getting MVP. I could put up an argument for each of them.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then Fridge's unique picks, both games, one being Nautilus top, the other being a Mumu top. Definitely quite a different pick from the norm, to say the least.
They're slowly wrapping up the MVP poll.
It looks like if we might end it pretty close now, couple seconds left, but it looks like it will probably be Aegis, I believe is, yep, that is our MVP for this game today. So we'll be dragging him in right now. welcome.
Hey, thank you guys.
Congratulations on your victory 2-0. You love to see it. Can you walk us through that comeback in the first game? Like, what was the mentality? What was the team vibe during all of that?
I truly think just that first game we were getting over aggressive. We weren't communicating as much as we probably needed to be. Plus, we have a sub mid lane, so we're still adapting to this new player, and so I think we were just out of sync. To be honest with you, truly out of sync that first 10-15 minutes of game one.
All right. Well, who would you say definitely shined for your first game overall? Because it was pretty close throughout everyone on your team, I'd say.
I definitely love all my players, but for I think game one, I think we did a really good job coming back. Oh man, that's a tough one. I don't know. The Amumu hit great ult, so Fridge hit a great ult there, kind of mid late game. Javi is a phenomenal jungler. I don't know. Cheta is always like my partner in crime. So if I'm going to say anyone, I'm going to give it to Cheta. Cheta is my buddy, and he as long as he lets me carry or support him, he carries, and that's just how it works.
Nice, nice.
I don't know. We always go in saying no matter where they are on the standings, respect the team and respect the reality that we can lose. So we went in there knowing that we didn't know the players, we didn't really know the team. They had a big changeover as far as their player base, and they had multiple subs this game because of team roster issues. So I don't know. We didn't know really what to expect, so we went in just trying to respect that they're good players are in this league. So try not to throw.
Yeah, that's good. Healthy respect for your opponent is very, very good. I remember playing a while ago. I'm not gonna lie, I had high hopes for my team, but we ultimately failed because of it. But really, really good performance from all of you today. You struggled
yeah.
to pick someone on your team that shined, and us here too. We thought everyone did a phenomenal job.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Just seeing everyone's good teamwork as well. Some very nice roams in the game. Definitely going to be looking out for the future games to come for sitting on wards, that's for sure. All right, well, thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll be having our Team Gap recap here fairly soon. I believe it is on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Agency, for being our wonderful MVP this game, sitting on wards with their nasty 2-0 victory. And yeah, thank you everybody just so much for watching, sticking around, especially through some of those technical issues. But overall, just everyone have a great night.
I will find a this porcelain mirage may start to break. Each piece a reminder, every single little mistake. So how can I leave it all behind when I refuse to watch it fall to dust? Tell me why it won't ever be the same. I'll burn it all, no matter who's to blame. I'll find a way. I'll find a way. And every time I close my eyes, a little less of you remains.
Yep.
I know you're slipping further from me now. Am I
Thanks. I mean, it was a lot of fun. I would say that.